the whole of the card is sponsored by the ROA, and I'm sure there's plenty of you out there who are wondering, well, what actually is the ROA? So Charlie Liverton is the Chief Executive of the ROA. Now Charlie, for some of us who don't know what ROA is, what is it?
So the ROA is the Racehorse Owners Association. We're a membership organisation founded about 70 years ago by a group of owners, and we are a stakeholder in British racing. So we represent owners both from an industry perspective to make sure their voice is heard, for example through the fixtures and funding process and prize money and the distribution of prize money, but also from a benefits perspective as well to enhance the ownership experience. And that could be organising days out to see trainers' yards, stallion farms, hospitality at race meetings, discounts across industry fees such as the VHA fees discounts or Racing Post publications, and trying to make sure that we as an organisation are there to not just retain members within the industry, owners within the industry, but also enhance their experience enough that they can then be an advocate for British racing as well.
Now, say for me, I have a syndicate. Some of my syndicate members might only own 1/10 of a horse. Can I be a member of the ROA?
Absolutely. So anybody can join the ROA. You don't have to be an owner of any magnitude. We have a number of members that join us because they see us as that comfort blanket, that first step into racing. They want to be involved. They're not quite sure how to get involved. They want to ask questions, and they know that through the ROA they can ask those questions. They can join us at events. They can receive the monthly Thoroughbred Owner Breeder magazine, the e-bulletins that we send out. They can be engaged in the sport that they love, and then as their knowledge gets built up and they get a better understanding of what they want out of ownership, they can then make the leap into ownership at the level that they feel most comfortable at.
Can you almost be a hand holder for them through the ownership process and teach them a little bit as they go?
Absolutely, and we've got a fantastic membership team whose sole job is to look after and enhance and be that handheld process, if you like. And it could be some of the most basic questions that they want answering, and some of them could be quite technical as well. It could be about the processes that racing has to become an owner aren't the easiest in some cases, and actually even just becoming an owner is not always the easiest thing, and we can handheld through that process as well. So yes, the membership team are there to help enhance that experience.
Like I feel personally, when when I went and bought our first horse, I was a little bit in the dark. I wasn't quite sure how the whole process went. Is that something that you will be able to advise people on as well?
Absolutely. We're there from the beginning. So the minute anybody buys a horse, be it a whole horse or buys a share in a horse, and they want some advice around what are the steps, what are the cost expectations, the membership team have written a manual, the guide to ownership. It's on our website, roa.co.uk. It's downloadable in a PDF format, and that gives an overview of the kind of expectations, of cost, of process, of timeline, and that gives a picture as well. But also the main thing is to give that comfort. As an industry, we need people to know that we're here to help them. We value the investment they make. It's not always financial. A lot of it's emotional, as we've seen today. And we're here to make sure that anybody that wants to get involved or already is involved sees the ROA as the place to go for that help and support.
Like when you have days like this, sponsoring races is where it all starts, I suppose. So will you try and encourage people to be more active in that as well?
Yeah, very much so. We as an industry need investment from across the piece. Owners play a hugely important part in getting horses to the racecourse. Racecourses play an integral part in making sure that the right races are run at the right time of year for the right type of horse. Sponsoring races is critical to an income stream for British racing. There's a myriad of areas in which people can get involved in this sport, and it's all hugely valued by the industry. As an industry, we're worth about £3.5 billion to the rural economy in this country, so a really valuable industry. We support tens and tens of thousands of rural jobs, from stable staff to trainers to breeders to feed merchants to farriers and across the piece. the racing's fabric is unique in many, many ways. And we as an industry value everybody that wishes to come and join us, whether it's as an owner or any other part of it.
Now, if people are interested, your website is
www.roa.co.uk. And we have a whole section on membership, on ownership, on how to get involved, and we do have people behind the telephone as well. So don't be afraid to pick up the phone if there's anything there that you don't understand.
absolutely fantastic. I can't recommend it enough. If you are even in the slightest bit interested about owning a part of a racehorse or owning a whole horse, have a look on the website roa.co.uk. You will find all the information that you need, and it is very easy to understand. Sometimes people are afraid to give it a go. Don't be afraid.